Omega Delta Phi.
Good day, brothers. My name is Tony Poliaco. I'm one of your candidates for National President of Omega Delta Phi. First off, let me apologize for not being able to be there in person to talk to you. With the kids' summer camp schedules, summer school schedules, I'm sure you can understand if you have kids, you know where I'm coming from when it comes to the chaos that comes with being a parent sometimes. In lieu of attending, though, I did send a pretty respectable donation to the Northeast Alumni Fund, and I'm hoping that with that money, it'll provide support and hopefully some tools that'll help with our continued growth in the Northeast, and as well as provide some measure of resources that you can use at your local chapters. Today, I really just want to talk about a few things real quick. And first off, let me thank you. I appreciate you allowing me the time to speak with you all. But I want to talk about our upcoming presidential election. I want to talk about why our growth is important and how it relates to the Northeast. And then how do we maintain that velocity? How do we maintain that speed as an organization for us to be able to continuously be successful, but at the same time and mitigate any challenges that we're facing as an organization? So first off, who am I? I guess an introduction's in order. My name is Tony Poliaco, and I am a member of Omega Delta Phi Epsilon chapter at Arizona State University. I crossed in fall of 1996, graduated from Arizona State with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, currently working on my MBA, and I'm also the former National Director of Technology and a former Judicial Board for Omega Delta Phi. Currently, I am a senior producer for enterprise applications at Wizards of the Coast up here in Seattle, Washington. So if you've ever heard of the game Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons, those are the games that we produce, and those are the applications I work with on a day-to-day basis. So in talking about this upcoming election, I wanted to take a moment just to really stress the importance of this election. We have many moving parts right now in our organization, with expansion, with programming, with intake, and with our growth comes more responsibility. And for the longest time, our leadership is still comprised of a volunteer leadership board. But the problem that we're facing at hand right now is that as we're growing, we're not providing the leadership and resources to be able to support those entities, and at the same time be able to drive future projects because of lack of resources. So in this upcoming election, I want you to really think about and examine all three candidates, because we all have similar ideas. We differ in some areas. We differ in implementation. We differ in tactics. We differ in many places. But at the core of it, you have three candidates who are extremely passionate about Omega Delta Phi and who care and love the brotherhood more than anyone else. So I mean, I definitely would take the time and learn about what each candidate really has to offer. From my perspective, I bring a healthy combination of fraternal leadership experience combined with close to 12 years of executive experience in the business field. I've worked with companies such as NBC, Fox, Universal, Procter & Gamble, Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast. But my main focus and strength is in growing organizations. One of the startups that I first worked at was a women's lifestyle website network, which had about 30 employees when I started, and we were doing about 2 million visitors a month. By the time I left the organization, we had grown to a team of 194 people, and we were doing close to 49 million uniques a month. Eventually, that company got sold off for a healthy profit to the investors. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see any of that, but the premise is still the same, is that we're a growing organization, and we have many responsibilities that are going to be coming up on the horizon that we're not currently prepared for. And so when looking for a leader, we need to have one that's got solid business experience, real life career experience, but also has enough fraternal experience to be able to balance the two and be able to generate proven results. This is what I've done in my career, and this is what I intend to do for Omega Delta Phi as well. Now, talking about growth and its importance in maintaining velocity is that, you know, having grown up in the East Coast, I'm from Boston originally. I understand how the East Coast works. It's a lot different than Texas or the Northwest or even, the Southwest, different areas. The Northeast is its own animal. And so it's important as we start to make strides into different schools in the Northeast that we're making sure that we're getting a proper return on our investment, because everything that we do has a price, whether it's time, whether it's resources, whether it's hard cash. We want to make sure that our return on investment is going to be productive, that we're actually growing the region and not putting ourselves into a corner where eventually we have to look at other circumstances which could be detrimental to the organization. So, advice I would give to the Northeast is that stay focused. Remember that you're always representing the brotherhood in every action that you do, and that it's important to remember that over time we will grow that region out to match any other region in this area. It's going to take time. It's going to take commitment. But at the end of the day, we are capable because we are the Knights of Omega Delta Phi. We do things to a different level. We are the ones who set the bar and the standard. And so I know we can do it. We just need to make sure we're doing it the right way so we can set ourselves up for future generations. That's all I'm going to have for you today. I appreciate the time. I didn't want to take too much up, but again, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, or you want to know more about my campaign and its platform, I invite you to come to my website, which is tonyp2015.com. You can also see my video series that's on the website. It's close to about 31 videos by now, and it covers a number of different topics about my platform. It also contains a lot of brothers questions submitted by brothers. So I invite you to check that out as well. Thank you very much for the time. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fantastic regional conference. Good night.